In my experience, not a lot of brands can really captivate with the unboxing experience. Well, that's unless we're talking about Letshuoer, and yes, today we are going to be taking a look at this absolute beauty, the Letshuoer EJ07M in-ear monitor Tribrid. Yes, this is an in-ear monitor from Letshuoer, priced at around $650 to $680. It changes from the sources that I get, and it is a wonderful set. As you can see, just spec-wise, it's a Tribrid, 4 electrostatic drivers, 2 balanced armatures, 1 dynamic driver. Tribrid, very nice. So we can see here from the front and the back that we can see that it's a very clean, minimalist, yet very well presented front packaging with Letshuoer's logo on the top, the EJ07 right there, dead set in the middle, and Noel Sonyan. Of course, that's the drivers we're using, and yes, EJ07 in-ear monitors. Mass production version, which was quite curious. I don't know what the difference would be, but yeah. Looking at the sides, we can see here, yes, we got the, I believe this is the colorful option, because there's a black version. I'll talk about that later, but yeah, we got two color options for this. And when we look at the back, we can see here just the usual stuff that you see in the back, which is the, I guess, instructions. And the nice thing is they included their frequency response graph as well on the back, which is not something you usually see in brands nowadays, except for certain brands. But it's nice that they included that. And we have the specifications right there. So you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Yep, focus, there you go. Pause it if you'd like to see the full specifications. And again, sides right there, the bottom. And without further ado, let's finally open it up. Ooh, and that is very satisfying. Let's put that to the side right there. You can see the front here, impulse and motion, which was seen from the bottom. Letshuoer's logo right there, empty everywhere else. But yes, finally opening the front, we can finally see. Yes, we got a little bit of lettering there, or words right there. I believe this is the value of sure impulse, the emotion. Read it if you'd like, pause it if you'd like to read it rather. And now, let's remove the little parchment paper right here, and you're met with basically everything inside of the Letshuoer EJ07M. You can see there the IAMs placed rather pretty up front, and then we have here I believe this is the case, and then we have here some tips, even more tips. So let's put this down and let's take a look at the individual stuff. So this is going to be the case. Oh, look at this. I'll talk more about that later. Let's lay out everything first. And then we have here the very nice case with the foams, or the foam tips, and we can see here they've included a total of 6 pairs of foam tips, which is definitely nice, especially for this price. You kind of expect there to be foams. Very nice, and that's a nice case too. They put all their tips in there too. So let's put that on the side right there, and let's put this a little bit on the side. I am sorry for the meowing in the background, but as you can tell, yes, my cat has given birth, because that does not sound like a mature cat. But anyways, let's take a look at the ear tips. Let's look at the one first. As we can see here, this is a single of their, I believe this is the balance tip. And if you've experienced any Letshuoer IEM, you can see that this is one of their, I guess, signature tips, because this is something that I've seen in almost every single Letshuoer IEM that I've tried. And they're pretty good tips, I would say. And these are these resemble the 07 and the basically the if you've seen like KB07, AT07, this looks very similar to it. Performs very similar to it as well in terms of like the comfort and the feel. And I'd say solid pair of tips. So we can put all of those right here for us to see. Let's see here. You get a total of 6 pairs of tips, which is definitely very nice. I like that they've included at least a 1 pair per size. As you can see right there. Yep. And we can put that to the side for now. We will put that together. And let's take a look at the rest of the tips. I believe these are the softer ones, the softer tips that are to emphasize the bass regions. As we can see here, we also get a total of 6 pairs, and if we inspect each one of them, yeah, they're extremely soft. They're very, very soft. Even the core is also very soft, so if you'd like to invert this, it would be definitely possible. And we can see here, it's a very malleable pair of tips. Very nice. Definitely a great inclusion, or a great choice to be included for the EJ07M. And let's put that once again to the side, right there. And then let's see if there's anything under the EJ07's box, because I believe I'm seeing a little bit of literature down there. Yeah, right there. Okay, so let's put the foams to the side first, along with the very nice end. We get to see an EJ07M album. What could this be? Whoa, okay, so they've included a little pamphlet. I guess this is also explaining a little bit of their history and their past. And we can see here, this is where they were founded. This is some of the photos that they've included that I'm assuming has to do with Letshuoer, infusing color into monochrome with music. Very nice. And then we have here, I believe this is their pathing, or their roadmap. 2019, they made the EJ07M. Is there more? I feel like there's more. Yeah, no. So EJ07, 2020, still EJ07. Oh, there is the emergence of the EJ07, and then they added the EJ07M, the M moniker. If you want to see, or if you want to read into it, I'm gonna show it to here. Pause it if you'd like. Right there, yeah, pause it if you'd like. And we can see here even more photos. And I just have to say, the black one, the black EJ07M looks absolutely beautiful. Like, seriously, it's like a molten, no, I would say molten because that's more of like the audio stuff, but it reminds me of like what obsidian would look like when it's hardened, and it's so cool, it's so pretty. We don't have that, unfortunately, but it's still a pretty nice looking pair, the one we have right now. So for the sound impressions, and yeah, there you go. That's the set that we have with the the very colorful presentation, and even more photos. And you can see here, right there, even more photos. Yes, it's so nice that they include a little product album catalog thing with their product. It kind of gives you a more personalized experience, like, oh, this is a special product, in which, yeah, for $680 it better be special. And we got some paperwork down here as well. Let's just take a brief look at those two, or these three actually. I think these are the same ones that come with Letshuoer products. We have here the little cards right there, some contact details, some of their QR, scan it if you'd like, and then the checker, QC, whatever. And now you can put all those back. That's right. You put this right there, and yeah, let's put this down here first. And now let's take a look at the case first before we take a look at the REM. So let's put this on the side right there, and let's take a look at the case itself. And opening it up, oh my goodness. Okay, I just want to say before I open it up, this is dense. This is beefy, as in this is something that I can use as a battering weapon if I wanted to, you know, to shove someone up or whatever. If you needed a weapon all of a sudden, all you had is your EJ07Ms, just take up the case. You are absolutely just set there. It is absolutely beefy. You can see here, Letshuoer anywhere. Letshuoer anywhere. And the stars. So finally opening up the case, we are met with, I'm assuming this is the, yep, that is the cable right there, and a little bit of snacks right down there. So what else is in here? Looks like a cleaning tool. Yep, you get a little white cleaning tool, which is very nice, and yep, usual. And let's take a look at the cable right now. Actually, let's take a look at the cable that included, because when I saw the photos of the EJ07M, I was like, interesting. That does not seem like a very premium cable. And now holding it in my hands, you know, fair enough, it does not feel entirely cheap. I will tell you that. It does not feel entirely cheap, but it is quite, how do you say that? It does not feel premium. So starting with the jack, it is plastic and it's L-shaped. Thank you. We need more L-shaped jacks. But if you notice something as well, it's an L-shaped jack that is non-modular. $680. And sure, maybe it's not justified because this is not a very sensitive IEM, 19 ohms impedance, and I think 108 or 100 something. So, nothing lesser than 104 dB for sensitivity. So you could say it's not justified, but it's this price point, you know, you're going to the big leagues and you still have a single-ended cable, and I kind of just wish that it included a modular cable with this one. So you can see here the jack. It does not feel bad. I tell you that, it does not feel bad. It's just, you know, it would have been nice if there was a modular cable. And we take a look at the strands, and you know what? They do feel very sturdy. They do not feel cheap at all. The outer housing does feel really nice. And we have here the Velcro strip right there. It's 2 strands, so don't expect this to be beefy, which, you know, for all intents and for all what it's worth, it does also make it not feel very, you know, heavy. Because I remember the cadenza, or the Letshuoer cadenza's cable, was pretty beefy, and it kind of sagged down on my head or my ears over time. So this is definitely something that you would want if you don't like heavy or too bulky types of cables. And we can see here the chin cinch. It's not very premium feeling, but again, it's kind of like the whole you don't really need to get like the most premium cable to get the most premium sound, and I guess that's what they're going for here. And the chin cinch, basic plastic. It seems definitely usable. It does bite around the cable, so it does not feel like it's just going to slip out, so it's very nice. And moving up, we have here the ear hooks. Ooh, those are kind of sharp edges, so not the most comfortable, I'm assuming. And then we have here the interface itself, which, I don't know, it reminds me of QDC cables a lot. Like not even just like the KZ, but just QDC, with how it curves down, or it bends down. And I'm assuming it's for comfort, and Letshuoer is very, very known for having the tightest ear hooks around, which, you know, I'm assuming it's definitely justified. But we can see here, yeah, the interface, same material as the jack right there. And yeah, I believe this is 0.78 millimeters, so it's the standard. You can plug this in any IM you want, and you can plug any standard cable into your into your EJ07 if you'd like. So you know what? Before I wrap it up, let's do a roadie wrap test. Let's see how well it responds. And as expected, thinner cable means that it's not gonna have as much memory, and if anything, that makes it a very, very usable cable, especially with the EJ07M. But finally, let's talk about the EJ07M, because honestly, that's what we're here for. So, picking up the EJ07Ms. Okay, so these use stainless steel for the shells, and you have to feel it for yourself. These are like a less extravagant, like, feeling version of the Letshuoer cadenza, and that is an extremely premium feeling IEM. Seriously, you hold that in your hands, and it is just like, it's like you're holding jewelry. It's that premium, and it's almost a similar experience with the EJ07M. It's not as heavy. It doesn't feel as bulky either. Similar stylings on the nozzle there, but we'll take a look at that. But these are, at least feel-wise, very, very, very premium. Definitely well deserving for the it's almost $700 price, asking price, just from the build alone. It feels absolutely solid. Now let's take a closer look at the IM itself. Now, let's zoom in a little bit. Now we can see here that the color, or the color stylings of the EJ07M has a white, red, and blue. And I may not be the biggest fan of this, because I don't know, it kind of just looks like a sticker. But I will say it does look very iconic, because every time I see the EJ07M online, this is usually the picture that I see. It's either the black one, which is the one I like the most, but this is like the most iconic one because of how, I don't know, it's a simple yet effective design that I definitely have to give to Letshuoer for designing something this pretty. But anyways, we can see here the faceplate itself, and then we have here the top, which includes our 2-pin right there. we can see here on the over here, sorry, on the back, we can see here a vent. Very nice. Please don't have air pressure buildup. I'm begging. But anyways, we have here the, I believe that's the serial number, and then we have the bottom, and if you can see closely, it's not a very aggressive wing. It's a rather generous curve that I'm assuming should be more comfortable for most people. But again, your mileage may vary. I'm just going off by looks, and I'll tell you my impressions of it later after I do my full unboxing. Now, you can see here the bottom and the nozzle as well. And you can see here it's not a very tall nozzle. It's not a very long nozzle, but there is a lip. It is a decently thick nozzle, but it's not overly thick, at least from what it looks like. But yeah, it's a pretty stubby nozzle. I don't know how that's going to be fitting, but I guess that would make it fit deeper into your ear, especially if you have longer ear tips. But yeah, if you don't have longer ear tips, this might be a problem because this might have a pretty shallow fitting. But anyways, yeah, and let's do the clonk clonk. Ooh, that is clonk 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 city right there. But anyways, yeah. So now we are done with the overall unboxing of the Letshuoer EJ07M, and you know what? Let's take it all together, and I'll share with you my final thoughts. And that's the unboxing for the Letshuoer EJ07Ms, and I've given these a listen as well. And I guess to share with you my short impressions right now, which if you want to see my full impressions, definitely check out the description down below. I'll be sending or posting my link to my impressions there. But these are extremely well-tuned sets that basically focuses on having solid tonality and not really shining or standing out in any other way. I don't find anything about these truly exciting or really standing out. This isn't something that you listen to really engage yourself in the music that you listen to. It's more of a, I just want to listen to music. And I want to listen to music that is, you know, in the most, I wouldn't say the most neutral way possible, but in the least colored way as possible. And sure, this may have a little bit of bass duck, so if you don't like, if you're really a lower mid-range or mid-bass type of guy, you're definitely not gonna like these. But for most genres that I listen to, whether it be pop, electronic, rock, country, even like classical, which I was really surprised because the treble of these aren't very sparkly, I would say, but they are very well presented in a sense that it does not sound overly bright, but it does not sound dark either. And these just honestly are a really well-rounded, all-rounder set that honestly, for I guess like the asking price, sure, you may come across a lot of competition, but for a neutral or I guess a balanced sounding set, these are nice. These are very nice. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the unboxing and impressions of the Letshuoer EJ07M. If you would like to order one, check out the link down in the description. And if you'd like this video, or if you'd like to watch more of my videos, definitely consider checking my channel, liking and subscribing. That would help out a lot. I would love you forever. And, you know, check out my socials as well. Check out Audio Notions. And with that out of the way, OB Audio.